Volatile Vision, Berserker plus Scholar Runes, high damage chronomancer build. Sigil of Ruthlessness. This one is interesting because it has no internal cooldown and gives 5 mites for 3 seconds. So how to get 3 seconds to work? Furious Interruption. Scholars work well when you've got full hit points, so Restorative Illusions, an inspiration. And to increase high critical damage even higher, Danger Time. More criticals at slowed opponents. So key components are Shield 4 and Well of Action. Both apply slow and magnify the damage. Let's evaluate the damage potential on fully upgraded camp. To get maximum possible damage, what we want to do is group opponents in one place, brutally unleash Gravity Well on them, then use continuous shift before Gravity Well ends, unleash 2 other wells, and repeat all 3 wells again. To do that, you need to have at least 2 clones. Shield 4 is perfect. Not only it gives us defenses, but it also allows us to do this combo. Between using Shield 5 and 2 phantasms from Shield 4 means we can easily do it. So get 2 phantasms, start casting Gravity Well, continuous shift, 2 other wells, and Well of Action pulses slow on opponents. And this is basically it. Here you can see 2 unwary opponents. I'm trying to get them close to bait Shield 4, and then use Shield 5 to be able to stun them for a moment, buying me time to use Gravity Well combo. After Shield of Action ends, I get quickness. Helps with stomping. So when do you burst? Either directly after Shield 4 Phantasms hit, or after Well of Action is cast. Exactly the same appears in larger scale fighting. Find anything you can focus on, it can be your downed or enemy's downed person. Do the Well combination. This slow makes it more difficult for opponents to resurrect their downed, and you get Alacrity after Well's end, which means your allies will get better cooldowns. However, a lot of things I do are multi-hit. This means retaliation really hurts me. Retaliation is my main reason of dying, to be honest. Okay, so those were offenses. Let's see how it works defensively, because you can see a Mesmer having no stealth, being in Berserker, Scholar and everything. Sword Shield is your damage configuration and your defensive configuration, while Staff is your mobility configuration. Basically, you've got a power staff build. Okay, so stray hits and retaliation hurt me. Now I got interrupted and cannot heal. Blood Frenzy buys me time, and I can swap to Staff to jump away with Staff too. I burned some shatters to heal with Shattered Concentration. And also to drop some conditions, of course. When I weapon swapped, I was able to use Shield 4 for defenses, which gives me more or less 5 seconds of block. I still cannot blink, but I can use Blood Frenzy to buy some more seconds, and Shatter for Alacrity. Then I get blink and run away. So, decent condition removal, decent defenses. But what if I am focused like in this clip? Unless they have unblockable skills, I am able to run into a camp, defend with shield, using their slow cast Gravity Well with continuous shift, and as this feeds me quickness, I'm able to put other wells on them. Note what happens with my hit points after Blood Frenzy, so I have to distort to heal through it. I should actually start with Gravity Well, not with other wells, but was worth it. We defended the camp. This clip shows when my defenses fail. Well, aside the retaliation you have seen before. Although I have a camp, I'm fighting 2 rangers and a reaper. This build is close range, and unless I distort, they will be able to stop me casting wells. Chill is devastating to me as well. If I cannot hide in wells, Reaper with stability will be able to massacre me. And when I try to use mobility defense with Staff, rangers will pow me from distance. So this build is not indestructible. If you focus me, I die. If you don't have enough pressure, I won't die. The combo can kill you. Look now. I'm using continuous shift. Haha, I'm going to do the combo of death. I will destroy you all. Oh, I'm low on hit points. Bye bye with the portal. Oh wait, continuous shift. Undone. No! Portal expired! And that is another way you can die horribly, not expecting it. Okay, 1v1 versus a Dragon Hunter. This Dragon Hunter is an area denial glassy one. I am an area denial glassy one. He doesn't really want to enter my wells, I mean kind of rude, so I stand in them for Alacrity. I don't really want to enter his traps either. Well of Calamity is spammable, very short cooldown. Mesmer Staff might not be the strongest damage weapon there is, but Warlock deals damage, and after I shatter a Warlock, another one appears, Chronophantasma trait. Not to mention those small heals. I dodged backwards to bait his leap and swap interrupt him with Diversion Shatter, I have quickness and mites, so shield 5 for more quickness, and 1-1-1 him to death. That is while the clones run after him, wanting to interrupt more with diversion. Okay, time for a 1v1 against a bruiser, someone who attritions others. So this fight took 7 minutes. Obviously, you see excerpts. Nobody won in the end. Let us focus a bit on offense and on weaknesses of offense of this build. My opponent tries to be very close to me to do his burst. I eat it with the shield, entrapped, and use quickness to execute very powerful Blood Frenzy Shatter combo. But my opponent has high mobility, so I am not able to execute him. Staff is a long-ranged defensive weapon, not an offensive one, so if enemy wants to disengage, I have nothing to stop him. What can he do to deal me damage? Well, he can chill me, or he can immobilize me, or he can stun me. I have only one stun breaker, it's very important. One stun breaker, distortion, and that's it. In the same time, thanks to Chronophantasma, I have all my phantasms I shatter back, which means that shield phantasms will slow my opponent, and I've got more power in restorative illusions. More clones means more shattered illusions means more healing. And Phantasmal Defender both gives me some defenses, even if I'm in Berserker, and is used for shattering for the Gw2. So there are moments in this fight when fight swings my way or fight swings his way, but we never are able to actually finish the fight. Okay, time for party scenarios. At least 5 Abaddons on the walls. They seem inexperienced and they try to destroy my catapult with ballista. I am in defensive configuration, that is decoy in place of Well of Calamity. Now, Gravity Well tends to pull people towards the center of the gravity. This means it works a bit like Temporal Curtain and Focus. And this means I'm able to pull opponents from the walls to their death. Stomping an opponent under the Chaos Storm and disengaging outside the range of fire. While I was disengaging, they have decided it's a good choice to actually meet us at the combat. So they jumped down. So with their enemies, where should I go? Of course in the middle. Note how interrupts gave me mites exactly for Blood Frenzy and Shatter. This is why I'm using this particular sigil. It's not very powerful, but it's very good to amplify the burst. They have focused Ely, not me, which was a grave mistake. I body blocked the thief, managed to execute the thief to the down state, and afterwards put Chaos Storm on his body, so the thief was very hard to resurrect. Then we focused on the engineer. When he used barricades, we returned to kill the thief. Enemies started to escape, we didn't know why. Then we turned around and there were several Elonians. As in, this static field I'm falling into right now is from the Elonians. At least one high damage Tempest and one high damage Revenant or Herald. You can see that my defenses are failing here. This build is very good in attrition fighting, but it fails against a good burst configuration. Okay, an instance of camp defense. 4 people in a camp against 7 people. I was late, so no one focused me, and I could have unleashed full Gravity Well combination on a downed opponent. Even if some of them managed to rally, another set of wells were enough to down them again. Then put third well and Chaos Storm. When I see fighting, it's all about momentum, who has the movement and who is attacking. This particular build, Volatile Vision, is all about finding the point, the turning point of the fight, and unleashing the damage. Wells are used to help your friends and hinder your opponents, also to deal damage, while you might not be particularly tanky, but you can survive quite a lot of beating. Also, you've got some crowd controls. What you cannot do, you cannot follow the enemies and you cannot catch them. That's okay. What you can do is change a point into a death trap. Burst after you slow either with shield 4 or either with Well of Action. Diversion combined with Power Lock gives you not only some mites and quickness, but also some damage. Vulnerabilities only make it even more fun. Do not be afraid to use your shatters as utilities to heal and to drop conditions. And I think that's all. Thank you for watching. Erxalis out.